It is Sunday, and it is time for Sidekicks, the originals. Back with us tonight. On my right, you have the head coach of St. Ursula, Chris Black. On my left, Francis Stevens going as the intelligent fisherman. All right, gentlemen, let's start with the ladies first. Notre Dame, a valiant effort, but just ran into the proverbial buzzsaw in the state semi.
Walsh has only won the last 5 state titles, so it's pretty much theirs to win every game unless something disastrous happens. So credit to Notre Dame for pushing them, getting to that semifinal, the farthest the program's ever gone. So that's great for Chip Smith and the Notre Dame Eagles to have that experience. It's a building block for next year because they had great senior leadership, but there's a lot of girls coming back, so they could definitely be there again in the future.
You had a chance to call that game, Francis Stevens. Your thoughts on just, again, an incredible tough team in Walsh?
Well, the big difference in that game was the experience Walsh Jesuit had and Notre Dame never being there before. So I think when that Walsh Jesuit team came on the field just a little bit more relaxed, that had to be one of the best girls teams I've ever seen, covering games in the area the last 5 years. I mean, they're just incredible to watch. Sophia Rossi, who's the best player, Miss Soccer in Ohio, didn't really do anything. Didn't have to do anything because she had other girls pick up the slack. But credit to Chip Smith. It was a great run this year. And like I said, Chris said, a lot of players back on that roster, but there's probably a lot of teams that want to get to that game too, including one that's right down the street from Notre Dame too.
And just so you can remind Francis, who was the first team or the last team to beat Walsh Jesuit before a 108-game win streak?
I think it was the state semifinal too. If I was there, I do remember being there. I was a little cold. I think that was us.
Yes,
that was St. Ursula.
All right.
We've only been to state semifinals 3 times.
Okay,
that's all. That's all.
All right, we're going to move on. Congratulations to Notre Dame and Chip Smith on a fantastic season. All right, big news today: the All-State players, first, second team announced, and we have a couple of them in this area. Francis, we'll start with the boys, you and Tyler Biggs and Zach Bisher, first team All-State.
And really, to be fair, you could have put Tyler Mangotic in there as well too. I thought he was definitely deserving to be there. Great defender at Anthony Wayne, but Zach Bisher, Tyler Biggs have just been the class of Northwest Ohio the last 4 years, and both those gentlemen going to some great programs. Tyler Bisher headed over to Loyola Chicago, a top 25 program. Zach Bisher heading down to BG. BG had an unbelievable season. Can they get into the NCAA tournament? We don't know yet.
Right.
But what a great year for the Falcons, and they're getting a great player in Zach Bisher, but more importantly, Loyola Chicago's getting a great player in Tyler Biggs. And it's been fun to watch those guys grow, and being able to coach them and things like that. So rightfully so deserving. Wish we could have had maybe one more in that first team Ohio thing, but hey, I'm not the one down there to control the vote.
Right, that was D1, D3. Don't want to forget Kevin Heilman of Ottawa Hills, also first team All-State, so congratulations on the ladies' side. Oh boy, Chris Black, you're kind of like a proud papa here today as Peyton Sullivan named first team All-State, along with Ashley Barron of Notre Dame.
Yeah, and it's slotted, so sometimes people wonder why there's only so many on the guys' side. So what happened to the guys' side? They really could have deserved a couple more. But yeah, so Peyton Sullivan gets through, Ashley Barron as well. So a sophomore and a junior from Northwest Ohio, the 2 on the first team. And then, of course, on the second team, Christina DeMarco is a junior from Perrysburg, outstanding player that has first-team quality as well, and then Carly Clare from Clay. So 3 underclassmen. I mean, that's pretty impressive from Northwest Ohio. Sets us up for next year. And, maybe 1 or 2 might get All-American too. And then also with this young age, maybe that leaps to a third maybe All-American, which would be unheard of from Northwest Ohio. So we'll watch for that in mid-December, early December to see if maybe Ashley Barron or Peyton get an All-American nod as well, which would be great.
And you mentioned the All-Americans. Zach Bisher, not quite an All-American yet. We'll have to see and find out. He is playing, though, in that All-American game down in Raleigh.
Yeah, and that's huge. That's huge for this area. It's one step that his brother didn't get in high school, and Camden's had a great career at Northwestern, and Zach going to represent. I mean, we don't have players like this that go to play at that level and play against some of the best players in the nation, and he deserves that.
And who knows, maybe this could be foreshadowing leading up to next week's final installment of Sidekicks for the season. The last time you'll see these guys, at least legally, on our set, as we have our Players of the Year, the voting coming up. I know you guys are tabulating it back at home. It's an election time. You're very excited about that. He is Chris Black, head coach at St. Ursula. He is Francis Stevens, man of the town. This has been Sidekicks.